Good morning, everybody. It's time for a morning manna. And this morning, fresh cut. Fresh cut. Who doesn't like a fresh cut? Oh, I'm mainly talking about brothers. You get the fresh cut, the lining, all of those things. And I'm sure sisters enjoy having a fresh cut as well. But this morning, that's what our morning manna is about. Fresh cut, fresh cut. We're still into, there it is right there. You need to get this right here. Here's what you need to get. There you can see it connected. Our devotional guide for the whole month. Want you to make sure you see it. It's have both children and teens edition in here as well. You can get it right there with the QR code. And this morning is all about the 14th day of our fasting and praying. Fresh cut. Fresh cut. How about that? Fresh cut. Well, had some issues this morning. On Wednesdays is midweek morning prayer. First Lady is with her mom. She's doing great, doing fine, and all of those things. And so I was heading the way with the prayer. I was going to do the midweek morning prayer online. Computer wouldn't come on, just wouldn't come on. It's like, now wait a minute. I pay the bills here. We got power. What's the deal? Just wouldn't come on. Come on, I could hear it. No screen, all of that. I said, well, my God, maybe it's done. I have no idea. But as I said in the prayer time, I was going to see you at Morning Manna. And so we're here. We're here. Fresh cut, fresh cut. I'm going to greet some folk here in a moment. Now, I want to remind you that light is not good on this. I can't get it so that you can. Maybe you can see that. This side is a little bit better. Probably going to try to get a QR code so you can see this. On Sunday, I had you to do this personal connection card. Personal connection card. In other words, you write the name of the person that you are believing God is going to save this year, and you put that in there. And then you are also going to have the prayer and all of the little things. How many of you got one? How many of you got one? We're not asking you to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just one. Just one. And believe God. And we pray to that end. And boy, we're going to celebrate when that person comes to the Lord. Because I know that they are. They are. So how's everybody this morning? It's talking about a fresh cut. Let's greet some people and then get into the word on this morning. Ramona, how are you on this morning? Deacon Joe, how are you on this morning? How are you? Eugenia, how are you on this morning? Good morning, Brother Nesbitt. How are you doing on this morning? Vaughn, how are you? Diane, how are you? Anna, how are you? Dawn, how are you? Laura is in the house as well. Good morning, Gerald. How are you? Verena, how are you? Vaughn is in the house. Elder Mobley, don't forget midweek. Noonday prayer. I'll get it in a minute. Good morning, Deborah. How are you on this morning? Shout out to Deborah from Panama. Oh my God. You guys are somewhere everywhere all the time. Shout out to Deborah and Ann Clay. They are the ones that put that tree together for me and the fruit and all of that. And you're gonna see a lot of that tree. Thank you. Enjoy yourself. You and Elton, the guy that always following you on these trips. You can tell him I said that. Good morning, Ari. How are you on this morning? Pamela, how are you? Pastor Leah, how are you? Joel, how are you? Dan the man is in the house as well. How are you? Winnie, how are you on this morning? Elder Jan, how are you? Cynthia, how are you doing on this morning? This morning, it's all about fresh cut. Fresh cut. Let me ask the question again. Did you get your personal connection card? Did you fill it out? There was someone that was even on Tears Sunday. They put their person's name in it, and then lo and behold, they didn't know that the person was in church that day. It was Sunday. It was really awesome. It was really awesome. Bless God for you. Hey, let's get to work. I got a word for you on this morning. And you already know, fresh cut, fresh cut. Here we go.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Manna, where in 5 minutes or less, you're going to get an impartation with the text, the talk, and the takeaway. Join the Morning Manna fam every weekday morning at 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't forget to put in the chat the revelation that you get and share the manna. Now, let's get ready to have some manna so you can make it through your day.
Here's the text. John 15:3, the NIV translation, follow along in the version of your choice. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. You are already clean. It's talking about pruning here. And that is the thing that he is saying. And he said, you're already clean. Now watch this. Watch what's happening here. Jesus makes a critical clarification about pruning. What is the clarification that he's making about pruning? Pruning is not about your worth. It's not about your worth. It's about your readiness. The disciples are already clean. They already have worth. They've already been accepted. They already have value. And he's done all of this and said all of this before he's done any cutting. The word has already positioned them to bear fruit. This is what it means. Growth doesn't come from shame or pressure. Put that there. Put it in the chat area. Growth doesn't come from shame or pressure. God doesn't clean you up to love you. He loves you, then cleans you up. Let me say that again. God doesn't say go somewhere and get clean and then I'll love you. God says, I know you're not clean and I'm going to clean you because I love you. There's three things I want you to get. There's three things I want you to get as a result of this. And here it is. The first is this: word before work. Word before work. I'll say it again. Word before work. Transformation starts with what God says, not what we do. Transformation before work. When God speaks into my life, transformation begins in my life. Not the doing. It is the speaking in his word in my life. Second thing is this: cleanse before commission. Cleanse before commission. God prepares before he produces. God prepares before he produces. Here we go. Third thing: truth triggers transformation. The truth that has been spoken into their lives is what is now causing the transformation to come as a result. The truth that has been spoken into their lives, that is the transformation that is happening. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: what God speaks over you positions you for more fruit. What God speaks over you positions you, easy for me to say, for more fruit. So walk in it today. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning. No, yeah, I will. I'm going to go. I'm going to record. I know everybody said record. So I will record. There will be a morning manna. So I'll see you then via recording because I'm going to be off social media for the next 7 days. But you'll get the manna. You will. God bless you. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself.